All right, we are in business.
All right, so we're ready. We're good to go to start?
We're good to go.
Okay, so the directions say to open Excel.
All right.
Okay, so I'm going to open Excel. And then it says...
from within Excel, open your data file from part 1 of the lab. So
okay,
that would be lab 1.
So open...
number 6.
Computer, desktop, and then all files, because Microsoft or Excel's arrogant, right?
Yep.
So then, where is it? PV. We're pretending to be Carton. Okay, open. It's delimited. Next, finish.
Says
So
save.
opened it. So save it as what?
Save it as PV name underscore name, where your name is in lowercase with no spaces.
Carton. Okay, so then we want to save it though as an Excel workbook, not as a Unicode text. Okay, so save. Okay, so I saved it. Mm-hmm. Okay, now what?
Sort the data by increasing volume.
So I'm going to grab that and right-click, sort. Okay, custom sort. I want to sort by this column, which is column A. So sort by column A, smallest to largest. Okay, so I did that.
And then change the display of the data to the correct precision.
Oh, this data is sort of crappy, but we're stuck with it now. So I want to click on Home. So I highlighted those milliliters, and I click on Home, and there's this these two buttons here, change the precision. So it needs to be 1 decimal point because the markings were at every milliliter, so we estimate a number in between. And then for the pressure, to do the same thing. For the pressure, it was 2 decimal places.
Okay.
Okay, now
we're going to be
data is sort of crappy. Okay. All
so,
right, so
now we're going to be adding a second sheet to the file and renaming it Calc 1.
Rename Calc parentheses 1 parentheses.
Yep.
Okay. And then what's it say?
Use formulas to reproduce in the Calc 1 sheet the data from the Data 1 sheet.
Okay, so I'm going to put equals, and my data is this one. Wait, did it tell us earlier to change the name of the sheet from whatever it was to data? It should have probably.
Yeah, so the first one should be Data 1.
Yeah, so this one, we were supposed to rename this earlier. Data 1, we got that. Calc 1, and I've got it sorted. Oh, but these precisions aren't right anymore. So these precisions are correct. So I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to go here, and I'm going to do paste special format. Where's format? So paste, values, formulas, transpose, formatting. Okay, so now the formatting's up to date. I hate this little control thing that comes. Okay, so now what's next?
In Calc 1, in the row above the first values, add a title to each of the 2 columns.
Oh, so I got to insert a row because I didn't leave one there. Entire row. Okay, and a title. So this is volume, and this one is pressure. Okay, what's next?
In Calc 1, in a row below the title, add text indicating the units of the values.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, wait. So insert another row, and then this one is milliliters, and this one is kilopascals. Okay. Okay, now what?
In Calc 1, insert a marked scatter chart of pressure versus volume.
Okay, let's try highlighting all this stuff and see if it works, and then if it doesn't, we'll do something else. So we want a chart, and we want a scatter with these dots. Okay, so now the values go from 2 to, X values go from like 2 to 12, and the something on there.
Scrolled all the way down.
Yeah. So there's 2 to like 13, 12 or something, And the Y values go from like below 100 to almost 250. So, yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so we have that. Okay, now what does it say?
Move the chart temporarily to a new sheet to facilitate editing the chart. I don't know if that's necessary or
So
not.
yeah, we want to do that. So we can click on, one way is we can click on this design thing and click on this move chart thing, but you used to be able to right click here. Oh, here we go. And move chart. And we want to do a new sheet, or just temporary, so I'm not going to name it anything fancy. So it's a new sheet. Okay, so I've got it in a new sheet, so now what?
Choose a scientific-looking style in quick chart layouts.
So I got this design thing, and there's all these. Wait, how's that different than this one? There's all these different styles.
Let's go with the black one. That one looks kind of cool.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, and make a correct y-axis title, including units.
Okay, so we get, this thing is, so axis titles.
So y-axis and x-axis.
Okay, so then is this title here. So the x-axis, that's volume. So I'm going to say volume, comma, milliliters. Or you could put volume, parentheses, milliliters, or brackets, milliliters, one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then this title. Now, I want to see this axis title the way it's like that. It's a hassle to type that way, so I want to do format selection, because then all this stuff comes up here, and then text options, title options. I want to try to change it to, oh yeah, here we go. See, if I put it like this temporarily, it's easier to type in there. I mean, to see what I'm doing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's, this one was pressure.
Mm-hmm.
Pressure, comma,
Or parentheses.
kilopascals. Yes, exactly. Okay.
Kilopascal.
So now so I fixed it, but now I'm going to put it back the way it was so that it's, oh, now it's on chart area. Okay, so if you select the wrong thing, or if it won't let you select what you want, you can do format and then go up here to this pull down menu and then select. So we wanted vertical axis title. Okay. And then this one we want to be.
There we go.
All right, okay,
All right.
good. So that was the axis titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else?
Select the data series and format the selection.
So I selected the data series, format selection, and then does it say like choose a color, blah blah blah, crap like
Change
that?
the marker line to an unnamed color. Change the marker fill to none, and change the size of the marker.
Okay, so marker options. So fill, I'm going to put no fill, and border, I'm going to put solid line. I'm going to change the color to, what color should we pick?
Let's do red.
All right, we'll see.
And then we also need to change the size.
Okay, so yeah, 3, that's crazy. Yeah, 10, that's good. 10, okay. So now we have, yeah, so there you go.
Now, it hasn't said this yet, but the title says pressure KPA. We should probably change the title.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea. So this is, you could call it pressure versus volume, or pressure versus volume, but how about Boyle's law?
Boyle's law. Lab.
Because that's like the whole, that's the thing, right? Boyle's law.
Done.
Yeah, that's
Even better.
cool sounding. Okay, what else?
Select the data series and add a linear trend line.
Okay, so I'm going to right click and it's add a trend line. And so now for the trend line, I want it to be, here's all these options. I want it to be linear, display equation, display r squared, and I want the trend line to be the same color as we picked for the markers. It looks like a darker red though, right?
Take off all the glow.
Click on this one, and then where the heck was glow? Oh wait, here it is. So no glow, and then click on this, and no glow.
In part 1 of the original lab procedure, step 6 is written. Are there any data points that you've collected that seem strange? Explain why these points do not fit and what should
We
you
have these
do
3
with them.
weird ones up here. Okay, but go ahead.
When some data points do not fit, it may be tempting to throw those points away, presuming there is something wrong with them. However, data should never be disregarded because it does not match your expectation. The purpose of an experiment is to test your understanding of nature. The experiment is not a test of if conflicting data is disregarded. Data points that do not fit could lead to a better understanding of nature by revealing flaws in our current theories. Unfortunately, data points that do not fit are often due to a problem with the experiment and not a discovery leading to a better understanding of nature.
So these are probably not leading to a better discovery of nature, right? What does it say next?
In this experiment, some strange data may be due to the limits of the pressure sensor, which is only accurate to a maximum pressure of 210 kPa.
Oh, yeah, these are way above 210. Mm-hmm. Okay.
So to illustrate how using the invalid data points would affect the results, we will continue the analysis with 2 sets of data, one in which all data is used and another in which only the valid data is used.
All right, cool.
So now we need to move the chart back to Calc 1.
Okay, so where is it? Move chart as an object in, not data 1, but Calc 1. Okay. All right, I did that.
Okay. In Calc 1, use the formulas in column C to replicate column B.
Okay, so I'm going to put a formula in column C equals, click on that, to replicate whatever the heck is in column
Just
B.
sort of drag it down there.
All right, yep, so I got that. Okay, now what?
Add the values in column C to the chart as a second series.
Okay, so I'm going to click on the chart, so it's got this little purple and blue and whatnot, and then I'm going to just, boom, like that.
Done.
Done. Okay, now what?
Remove any column C pressure values that are over 210.
Okay, copy. No. So I copied that, and I want to highlight the ones over 210 and paste. Okay?
Okay. Excuse me. Select data series 2 and format the selection.
Okay, so I'm going to click on this chart and then format. And
So
then,
we're changing the line to an unnamed color.
okay, so marker, border, solid line.
Change the marker to fill to
Let's see,
none.
I'm going to use this weird yellow. It's the top yellow. And then fill is no fill.
And then change the size of the marker if necessary.
Yeah, so we want it to be. We want it to
It
be.
should be fine.
You want it to be smaller or bigger than that one? Smaller?
I think it's already fine as is.
Yeah, you can tell.
Is
that-
the fill
you can
color
tell
the
that-
same though? Oh wait,
They don't have a fill, but you see that it's a. Right?
Yeah, it's noticeable.
Okay.
Select data series 2 and add a linear line trend.
Okay, so the easiest way I think to select is going to be to
trend
use
line,
this.
excuse me.
This thing up here because. Okay, so then add a trend line. So now linear display R squared display equation, and I want the color to be the color that I used, and I want to make this color match that color too. So it's this was the color that I used. Oh, come on. I selected it and then it unselected it. Okay, there it goes. Okay.
Alright. So what we just did was display the equation on the chart and the R squared value on the chart, and then we changed the color of the trend line, the equation, and the R squared value. So the second plot,
Okay.
copy the Calc 1 sheet to a new sheet entitled Calc 2.
So I right click on this thing and I look for move or copy, create a copy, and then before sheet, well, it doesn't really matter where it shows up. I'm going to go ahead and move it to the end though. So, and see, look, it automatically named it Calc 2 because we had named this one Calc 1.
Awesome.
All right, so then what's it say?
In Calc 2, change the formulas so the values in column A are inverse volume.
So in between the equal sign and the single quote, I'm going to put 1 divided by, so instead of volume, it's 1 divided by the volume. And then go like that. Plot automatically updated. Okay, so then what else does it say next?
Adjust the format in column A to reflect the precision of the values.
Yeah, okay, this might be tricky. So let's click on Calc 1. So they were all 2 digits, but the last 2 had 3 sig figs. So that means, so if I highlight all of them and do home, but the last 2 have 3 sig figs. Oh, the last one, look at that, it's 3. Okay, so 3 sig figs, 3 sig figs, the rest have 2. Okay, all right, so that's good. What else?
Change the title in column A.
Oh, of course.
So you can just do 1 over volume.
Yeah, because inverse volume, that's going to like take up forever, right? I have to make the column too wide. And this I'm going to put 1 over milliliters there. Okay.
Sounds good. In Calc 2, update the x-axis title in the chart.
I'm going to put the chart temporarily as a new sheet so that I can see it better. Okay, so now this is that chart, the same chart. So now what was it that we were doing again? We're changing
Changing the title on the chart, so inverse volume. So
Yes.
1 over volume.
Yeah, so I'm going to write inverse volume because we have room.
Okay.
Inverse volume, and then units of 1 over milliliters. 1 divided by milliliters.
Okay. In Calc 2, inspect and confirm the trendline equations in Calc 2 and Calc 1 are different.
Oh, it's because it's a bug. Sometimes it hangs sort of. So Calc 1, it's like 17 and 0.96, 15.93, so 17 point, yeah, see they didn't change. So you have to click on this, the trend line, and then double click these, and then click them back. And then click on the other trend line, and then
Do the
click
same thing.
these, and then click them back.
And that's in trendline options.
And now they're fixed.
Okay. So move the chart in Calc 1 to a new sheet entitled Plot 1.
Plot. Oh, so is it going to say this? So read the next thing. Is it going to tell us to do the same thing for plot 2?
Yes, so we're also moving the chart in Calc 2 to a new sheet entitled Plot 2.
Okay, so I sort of did that already because I wanted to see it better.
Okay. And then proofread the file and fix any issues. Save the file as pt_name.
Okay, we'll save it. Well, first, so let's look. So that's the data. This is the calc, right? So this is just calculation 1. This is calculation 2 where we have inverse volume. This is the first plot where it's regular with these 2 things. I want to have this be like close to the
actual line.
Yeah, wait. So I
would put that one up there.
Yeah,
and
up here, right? Like right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then what are we doing with this one, though?
Yeah, throw that one on the other side.
Like right there, maybe?
Yeah.
All right, so that's cool. It still weirds me out that line looks darker than this. Whatever. Okay, so there's that one, and then the other plot, we already have them moved, so it's pretty good, right?
Yep. Looks pretty good.
All right, so it all looks good. Okay, and then
we
we're
just
going
need to save it again.
So I'm going to be back on data. I'm going to save it. So first I'm going to save it as is because it's PV and it's done. So that's the PV file done. But now also I'm going to save it as
PT. Underscore name. So
Yeah.
same deal.
Okay, so good. So then, now we've got this PT file. Now what do we do?
Analysis for part 2. Open file PT_name.
Okay, so
I think that's it. Yeah.
yeah, so we want PT. So this is the PT file, and we've loaded it. Okay, so there it is.
From within the Excel, open your file from part 2 of the lab.
Oh yeah. Oh, I was. That's what I was doing just now. I thought that's what you said, but I was ahead. Okay, copy, and then now I want the other file that we were in, the PT one, and then I'm going to paste the data. Okay, wait. The data starts at number 8, right? So just in case it's doofed. No, it starts at 8, that's fine, but we want temperature to be in this column. So copy. Oh, but you know what though? Temperature, oh, yeah, see I want to sort this stuff. I'm going to temporarily move it over here. And I want to sort it so that the temperature is in order like the other ones were in order.
Mm-hmm.
So we're sort, custom sort, column H, smallest to largest, and then copy it, and then paste it back, values, and then copy, and I'm going to get rid of this because it looks weird. Okay, so then what does it say?
It says copy and paste the contents from part 2 into the data 1 sheet. Check data 1, calc 1, calc 2 for issues needing updates. Check plot 1 and plot 2 for issues needing updates.
So we just check to see if anything's broken. So, well, first of all, the temperature, the sig figs on the temperature were like 0.1, I mean like 1 decimal place.
Mm-hmm.
And the pressure was, like before, was 2 decimal places.
That's still, yeah.
Okay, and then here, now calc 1, so that's fine, but now this has got to be, get rid of these zeros, and I'm going to change this to be temp, or just temp because temperature won't fit, and then degrees Celsius, but I don't know how to make the, I don't know how to make this.
It would be an insert symbol. I think it was like right
there.
here.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's a bunch of symbols that
insert.
look like that.
And then close.
Degrees Celsius, and then we can get.
Oh, we got to get rid of those milliliters. Why are they there? Okay. All right, so there's that. Oh, and I bet we now calc 2. I'm gonna put what we just had there, but then these are gonna be like 1 over, and this is gonna be like 1 over, and all these other numbers are like wasted. We don't need those. And sig figs. So these had, it's 2 and then 3, 3 and 3. So it's 2 and then
Right now it's only showing 1.
3. There we go. Okay, and so there's that. And then, okay, now the plot 1. Now we don't need the second trend line. And I do format selection. Delete.
There we go.
Okay. And then,
Might want to move that title
all
around.
right, so all that's good. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I want to
Move
do
the
it. You
title
know what I
so it's
wanted to
visual.
have this be smaller so I can see what the heck's going on. Okay, so yeah, so I want to move this somewhere where we can see it. And this, yeah, this title, it's not Boyle's law anymore. It's change to pressure versus temperature. Oh, we're going to change this thing down here, right, to be temperature, comma, degrees. Okay, so then, to see how this axis here is like in the middle of the plot, it doesn't even, what the hell? So I'm going to click on this bottom axis and then say that the vertical axis crosses at an axis value of some large negative number, like negative 3,000. And then that should fix it. Does it not fix it? Oh, there it goes. Okay. So it's down on that end. And then a similar thing here. Negative 3, 1, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so now calc 1 is fine, calc 2 is fine, plot looks okay, pressure versus temperature, temperature on the axis, and then pressure versus inverse temperature on the axis. And I checked it for both of them that the equation was updated as well by turning the equation and the r squared on and off. And that's it. And now I'll save the file, and then we're done.
Good to go.